Greetings everybody and welcome back to another video, and in this episode I am going to be talking about the recent reveal of WWE2K25. I'll be talking about the reveal trailer and the extra things that have been revealed to us today. I said I'd make a video about it, and I've kind of been behind on the 2K stuff, but yeah, so this video is going to be me catching up. So they did the reveal trailer on Monday Night Raw, kind of revealing, you know, the whole showcase mode is going to be about the bloodline, because, you know, Roman's on the cover and all that, so, you know, Roman's on the cover, and, you know, bloodline story. The deluxe edition is The Undertaker, and then they've got like the ultimate edition, which is just a bloodline family tree, and all the extra stuff. And they even said the pre-order bonus is going to be the Wyatt 6, and for some reason people are not too happy about this. I don't know why. I think the reason why people are not happy about it is because they're pre-order only. You know, all the characters that become pre-order do eventually become available as a DLC, even when you do not pre-order. So, if you've known that for a while, then I don't know why people should be upset about that. If you don't want to pre-order the game, then just wait until it's eventually, becomes an official DLC later on down the road, you know? Could always just be patient about it. But I could also understand maybe some people just wanted them to be on the disc. And also, we've also got a lot of new characters making their debuts. Like, we've got Ethan Page making his video game debut. Kind of glad he's gonna be on the disc. I definitely expected him to be like a DLC. We've also got Jacob Fatu and the Tonga brothers making their video game debuts. Tongaloa didn't even be in the game wasn't even in a game as Camacho, even though Hunico was in WWE 13, I believe it was, yeah. So this is actually his first time being in an actual video game, which again shouldn't really be all that surprising. Also, we'll be getting the NXT Underground match. Now, this match I'm not too thrilled about, but that match also seemingly confirmed Lola Vice, because there was a screenshot of her and Shayna Baszler in that match. There was a screenshot of Lola Vice and Shayna Baszler wrestling in that match, and the reason why I'm saying this ultimately confirmed Lola Vice is because this match is her specialty. This matchup is her specialty. This matchup is something that she's undefeated in. She's beaten Natalya, Shayna Baszler, and now Jada Parker. So it's kind of her specialty. The match is kind of her specialty, so it kind of makes sense, you know. Kind of makes sense, like it's her specialty match. At first I thought it was a gauntlet match, no, not gauntlet, what's it called? Lumberjack. I thought it was a lumberjack match when I first saw that. But also we can confirm Roman Reigns will finally have a new entrance motion. He will finally be raising his finger up when he makes his entrance. For the first time since 2K17, I think, Roman Reigns finally has a brand new entrance. Jeez, hallelujah. The absolute miracle that Roman Reigns finally has a new entrance, and all it took was for him to lose the damn championships. Another entrance I'm hoping they add is Becky Lynch, where they have her raising her hand up when she makes her entrance, because as you know, she walks out and then raises her hand up, and then like smoke is in the background. I'm kind of hoping they update her entrance as well, and also Drew McIntyre's, because he doesn't come out with the sword anymore. Like, other than the things I want to see, let's just talk about the things, you know, that have been confirmed. I am not a fan of intergender matches being confirmed. They've confirmed that intergender matches will be making its return for the first time since SmackDown vs. Raw 2009. You know, I'm kind of iffy on this one, if I'm being completely honest. I was never really the biggest fan of males versus females. I've never really ever been. Like, sure, WWE have had them a few times with Sasha Banks and Reggie, Becky Lynch and James Ellsworth, and Oscar and James Ellsworth, but that's James Ellsworth and Reggie. They were like, they were not really wrestlers. They were not really wrestlers. But the only reason why I think this match, they're introducing this, is because of the potential that Rhea Ripley was going to wrestle Dominic Mysterio, I think. But obviously that's not going to happen. But yeah, I'm not very keen on this one. This one is something I'm not that big on. I'm not... Like, for those who like intergender wrestling, then this is great for them. For people that love intergender wrestling, this is great for them. But for someone like me, not really. This isn't really my thing. Maybe I might mess around with it maybe once or twice, depending on the situation. But yeah, this isn't really it's not really my cup of tea. It's not something I really want to see. It's not something I really want to see. And, you know... But again, having it in a video game is better than doing it in real life, because at least in a video game, you're just having fun and messing around. But yeah, cool, nice to see it. I guess it's cool to see it back, but I'm not really all that keen on it. And the other match they introduced was Bloodline Rules. It's just another no disqualification match, probably just with, you know, bloodline, you know, stipulations and all that. I have no idea how they're gonna make this match work. Like is, like, random people from the bloodline are just gonna randomly start interfering in the match? I don't know, like, the whole Bloodline Rules is just, oh, it's just no disqualifications and just people from the bloodline interfering. So is that what the whole match is just going to be? Like, it's just, oh, bloodline people getting involved? I'm not... This is another one I'm kind of iffy on. This is another one I'm not really that big on. The Bloodline Rules. This is another one I'm not really all that big on. But one of the things I'm actually really excited about is dives off the barricade. This is actually something I'm really, really excited about. I'm actually glad they're finally making us use our environment to our advantage. You know, like doing frog splashes off the barricades. I'm hoping they let us do anything. I'm hoping they even let us, you know, do Phoenix Splashes, Twisted Blisses, 630s, and shooting star presses. I'm just hoping it's not one of those. It's just not one of those generic ones where it's just the only thing you can do is just a dive, like just a simple dive move. Like, I'm hoping they can let us do more with that kind of thing. I am a big fan of that. I am a big fan of the dives off the barricade because it gives us more variety. I'm also kind of hoping they add, you know, fights on the barricades, and that way you can do, like, suplexes on the barricades, package pile drivers, standard pile drivers, you know, let us fight on the apron so we can actually do some moves on there, you know, like what they do in real life. And also another thing I'm kind of hoping they add is letting us reverse by putting the knees up. I'm not a fan of the wrestlers just always moving out of the way whenever people go up to the top rope. Like, yeah, they do it sometimes, but majority of the time they always put their knees up. So there's this new feature that'll be exclusive to next-gen consoles, which is PS5 and Xbox One. It's called the Island. Basically, it's a giant island with a golden Roman Reigns statue. It feels more like an overworld kind of thing, where, like, you can run around, purchase things. It seems like maybe they're making that the new main menu screen for the PS5 users, because it's only for PS5 users, or next-gen users, I should say. So people that get the PS5 and Xbox One. But on the PS4, this is not available on PS4 and Xbox 360 users. So that's a bit disappointing, but I guess I can understand why, because it's a really big thing, and the PS4 probably couldn't be able to run it and load it. One of the things I'm actually quite excited about is the return of promos. They're bringing promos back into Universe Mode, which is great. I was not the biggest fan of them at first in 2K19 and the other games when they were in it. They were just random, and a lot of time they didn't make sense. I'm hoping this time they have these promos make sense. Like, I'll use a few superstars for an example. Like, if you're having like someone like Cody Rhodes in the ring, I want to hear him say, "What do you want to talk about?" Or the dialogue thing saying, "What do you guys want to talk about?" Or CM Punk saying, "Does it feel good to be live in insert place?" Or Becky Lynch saying, "The man has come around." You know, like, having them start off with their catchphrase. Like, having these wrestlers start off with a catchphrase, and then you have them spout a few words. You know, I think, if these promos are a bit more updated, then great. That promos may actually be useful. And it also gives people like me, who are Universe Mode players, a breath of fresh air. So that way I don't have to consistently do match after match after match after match. I can do a few promos here and there, just to kind of pad out the time and get a bit of breaks. One other thing I'm hoping they include with promos is they let you do promos backstage, like with Jackie Redmond. Like, she's backstage with you, and then you can, you have an interview with her backstage, or, I know this one may not get added, but also maybe ones where you're just backstage and you're walking to the ring as you're getting ready for a match or something. Like, I'm kind of hoping, I'm also hoping that maybe you can also have an option where you're cutting a promo and you can have someone interrupt. Like, you can pick a wrestler to interrupt the promo. Or, like, promos that were kind of like in the older 2K games, like face turn promo, heel turn promo, tag team promo, and all that stuff. Like, I'm kind of hoping they make promos feel more, feel more lively and give us more options with these promos, because they did not give us a lot of options with these promos the first time. So if they are bringing back promos, I hope they introduce a lot more stuff to it. My GM is now gaining online support where people can now play online and battle their friends with their rosters. That's cool and all, but since online services with the 2K games have been kind of a bit messy, it may crash quite a fair bit. And we've also got My Faction still a thing. I don't think 2K are going to get rid of My Faction. It's something they really like, especially in the NBA games. Like, it's something they always do. So again, it's not my thing. It's not something I'm going to be playing. Never has been my thing and never will be my thing. Also, My Rise is getting a bit of a change as well, where you can play as a male and a female character and they will be involved in the same storyline. Interesting, but I guess we will see where that goes. Again, I don't really play My Rise either. I played a short bit of the one where you're playing as the female who was a second generation superstar, LJ. Like, I played that one briefly because I thought that one was interesting. But that's about it. Didn't fully complete it, it was just a tidbit of it, which I thought was interesting. And then eventually I added the characters into my universe mode, which again didn't really last very long either. But that was just a little fun experiment. But regardless, there are a lot of new things added, and I'm definitely looking forward to it. And one thing a friend of mine pointed out to me when I was on my stream, and I want to mention it here on stream. Now, I don't know where he saw this screenshot. Might have been during the My GM part. Could have been during the My GM part. I don't know, but he saw a screenshot, and I don't know where it was. He didn't provide me any evidence to it. But he said he saw a screenshot, and apparently he saw the name Indy Hartwell. Apparently her name was shown somewhere in a screenshot. Now, again, I don't know where. He didn't tell me where. He didn't show me the evidence. But if that is in fact true and Indy's name is there in that screenshot, and if she is quite possibly still going to be in 2K24, 2K25, sorry, despite her release, then that would be awesome, then that would be great. But again, I don't know, but again, it could have just been a placeholder, and I don't know if it is true. Also, there's been no Andrade and Naomi yet, so that's kind of getting me a little bit worried that they might be DLC. Please do not make them DLC. But overall, just from the stuff that I watched from other people's content, it seems 2K25 might be getting a nice overhaul of some things that, you know, that's going to be good. Like, but all I'm hoping for is that, all I want now is the computer AIs to be much more, not as stupid and dumb, just a bit more realistic, you know? Like, one of my major complaints so far have been that the computer players can just, when you're trying to back away from them, and, you know, when you're trying to back away, like, they can grab you, like, really easily. Or there's been so many occasions where, you try to stun them. Like, there's times where, like, you will stun them, like, in, like, maybe, like, a multi-person tag team match, and you're knocking them off the apron, and you're stunning them, and then as soon as you focus back to what you're trying to do, like, the stun meter is already done, and they're already back on the apron. So I feel like the stun meter should be more realistic here. Like, it should take longer to fully recover, depending on how much damage they've taken. If they haven't taken much damage, then sure, recovering really quickly within a few minutes sounds fair. But I think the longer the matches go, the stun meter should really, you know, really take effect as the matches go on, and it should last a lot longer, depending on how long the matches have gone and how much damage they've also taken. So I think that should also get fixed as well. But yeah, and also I know you can't really change much about crashes, but man, like, I kind of wish there was less crashing. And also more creative slots. I'd also like more creative slots instead of 100 slots. I kind of want more creative players slots, so that way you don't end up running out. Give us maybe just another 100 more slots, like 200 slots. I think that will be good. I can't remember what WWE game it was, but I can't remember what WWE game it was. It might have been WWE 13 or WWE 12, but I remember one of them had like maybe like 500 created slots, and you could just create so many people. I can't remember what game it was, but I remember one WWE game that had like so many slots that you could just create so many characters, which was really good. So I'm hoping they also include more creative wrestler spots, and also new super finishes. There's definitely a lot of things I kind of want to see them include, but that'll be all for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hit that thumbs up, give me a like, comment your thoughts on the 2K25 reveal down below, and I will see you all in the next video.